Alright guys, so the new Junoshishi, aka the Zodiacs, and we're going to be calling them the Zodiacs just because that name is going to be too long, and it's probably again going to be the Zodiacs anyways once it comes out here in the TCG. But we have some of their effects revealed, so let's go ahead and jump right into showing off their effects. Now, first off, I do want to give a shout out to Junxing Z over here. When I first posted that they got announced and showing them in action yesterday, he actually translated them earlier, but now that we have the cards, we can kind of associate the picture with him, so I think it's much more clean to look at the organization page. But anyways, yeah, let's go and read their effects, and this is actually my first time checking them out, so let's go ahead and see if they're going to be meta. I mean, we watched it in the video. If you guys haven't seen the video, I'll link it down below, but I explained in the video that like all that happens in the video is the guy like draws a monster and he gets to reveal it, special summons it, and then it gets to exceed like on top of exceed, and he just gets like a bunch of monsters. So he goes from like one card and just makes a board with like multiple XYZ monsters. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So first off, again, I'm going to be calling them the Zodiacs just because it's going to be easier. And like I said, they're more than likely going to be called that in the TCG anyways once they finally come out. But anyways, let's get started. So Zodiac Bullhorn. So it is a Earth Beast Warrior, XYZ rank 4. It requires 2 level 4 monsters. And they all have this question mark attack because they gain attack that is going to be equal to the material. But anyways, 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can exceed summon. You can also exceed summon this Zodiac Bullhorn by using one Zodiac monster you control with a different name as the material. Materials attached to that monster also become materials on this card. This card gains attack and defense equal to the total attack and defense of the monsters attached to it as materials. And then once per turn, you can detach one material from this card to add one Beast Warrior monster that can be normal summoned or set. Okay, now just looking at this card, if you're detaching, if it only has like one monster or even 0, like it's going to die more than likely the next turn. It reminds me of Gigant X, which really helps out some of those decks. Now the thing is, Gigant already has decent stats. This card's not going to have decent stats, especially if you're going to be detaching. So I feel like it's kind of mediocre, but if you can obviously stack on other cards and top of other cards, then don't worry about that. The next card is the Tigress. So this is a rank 4 that requires 3 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you get to exceed summon the Zodiac Tigress by using one Zodiac monster control with a different name. Monsters attached to that monster also become material to this card, and then this card gains attack and equal. So I think they all pretty much have this effect, so I'm not going to go over that effect. If the runs that we read after this are going to have that effect, I'm pretty sure again that they're going to have like all the same, because I watched the video and I tried to zoom in and try to translate it by sometimes you can read some of the characters and you can kind of because I know a little bit of Mandarin, and Japanese did borrow some of the characters. But anyways, the second effect is once per turn you detach material from this card, then target one exceed material or XYZ monster you control and one Zodiac monster engraver, attach it to it as material. Okay, so you can kind of cycle the cards. That's not too bad. Unless, oh, you know what? Okay, we haven't seen the normal monsters or the, I guess the effect monsters, because they probably get different effects. We'll get into that once we get into them. So next up we have the Wild Bow over here. It looks like a monkey, so I want to say this is going to be like Zodiac Monkey or Sun Wukong, something like that. But it requires 5? What, we just skipped one. Okay. Well, I guess we're skipping the one that's going to be requiring 4 level 4. We might not have that translation yet, and again, once we get some of those other translations, I'll give them to you guys. But anyways, 5 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can exceed some of this by using another Zodiac monster, and then it gains attack and equal and defense, and materials attached to the other card become this card's attachments. So this monster can attack your opponent directly. Okay, if you're going to have 5 level 4 monsters, you're going to have a decent, I don't know their stats yet, but if they have like, 12 to 1600, maybe 1800 attack, that's not bad. If you have all those materials, you just one-shot your opponent. Okay. The second effect is to attack directly, so you could maybe OTK them by just attacking them directly. The third effect, when this card has 12 or more materials, inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can send all cards on your opponent's hand and field to the graveyard, then change this card's defense position? 12? Okay, I don't know if you guys remember Ghost Trick, like So Cute Boss, but there's like some Ghost Trick card where you keep on attaching materials, and then like when you have a certain amount, I think you win. But like 12 or more, and you don't even win the duel? Okay, like if it said like 12 or more and you win the match, I thought that it was going to say like duel or match or something like that. You already have to get 5 materials out. That's crazy. Maybe it's easier than I think. Maybe like the other support stuff lets you attach multiples. I don't know. But that 12 or more is crazy. I don't know if you're going to even be able to use that. I don't know. Let's go check out the other cards, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it, because maybe it's actually really easy to get 12. Next up, we got the Zodiac Momo Rat, which is probably going to be like the rat. Anyways, level 4, 0/0, so no boost in attack or defense. If this card is normal summon, you can just send one Junishishi, or aka the Zodiac card from deck to the graveyard. An Exceed monster whose original type is Beast Warrior, which I believe they all are at the moment. This is Beast Warrior, Beast Warrior. Okay, they're all Beast Warrior as of right now. It gains this effect. Once per turn, you get to detach material from this card to special summon one of the Zodiac Momo Rat from your hand or deck. It doesn't get this effect when it's special. Okay, I don't know. It's kind of mediocre, but it lets you get more of them out. Maybe you just dump them in the graveyard. There's a card that lets you attach a bunch. Anyways, the next up is the Thorough Blade. I don't know what Zodiac that is going to be. You guys let me know what Zodiac that is, because I know like this one's obviously the rat. Anyways, if this card is normal or special, you get to discard one Zodiac monster, and then you get to draw a card. That's actually like pretty much the same as like the ice. There's an Ice Barrier card that lets you like discard Ice Barrier and then draw one. Anyways, the second effect is when you see a monster whose original type is Beast Warrior, it gains this effect. You get to do Piercing. That's really mediocre. It's got 1600 attack, so at least it has some attack. Oh, it's got 1200 for the Viper. So, anyways, during either player's turn, you get to target one Beast Warrior Exceed monster you control. Attach this card from your hand or field to it as material. Maybe if it was one in the grave, it'd be much better. The second effect is a Exceed monster whose original type is Beast Warrior gains this effect. After damage calc in which this card battled with an opponent's monster, you get to banish that opponent's monster. Too mediocre to me. Like, I know that some of the cards let you cycle through the cards, but it's not good enough. If it said like banish that opponent's monster and you could banish like a spell or trap card or something, like you need like multiple effects to be like viable in today's meta. Otherwise, you could just be playing other cards. Anyways, the following monsters are not introduced in the video, but they are readable. So we have some more other cards that weren't shown off in the video, but apparently they got their effects. So we got the Ram. So it's a Beast Warrior, a level 4 with 400. Look at these stats on these things: 400, 1200, 16. 0? Ugh, like the amount of attack boost you're gonna get is so mediocre. But anyways, if this card is destroyed battle by card effect, you can target a Zodiac monster graveyard and special summon it. Second effect is when it's used as material for a Beast Warrior, when an opponent's trap card is activated that targets it, as in the Exceed monster, you attach a material and negate the activation. It doesn't even destroy it, which is actually it does matter. But next up, we have the Zodiac Rabbit over here with level 4, 800. Like, the stats are so mediocre. Okay, if this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can target a Zodiac card to your graveyard and then add it to your hand, except for itself. And then when you exceed whose original type is Beast Warrior, it gains this effect when an opponent's spell card that targets it is activated. You can detach material from it, negate that activation. And says with a larger picture of the theme, it shows that there are at least 2 more spell cards and 1 trap card related to the theme. Now, you can see over here that that's not going to be translatable. That image is way too small. But, like, this doesn't even look good. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the video that, like, I showed, like, the video of the video. We got video inside of a video inside of a video. But, like, if you guys watch this, like, just for, like, 1 second, like, look what the guy does. He just goes ahead, he has 1 card, he exceeds on top of it. Let's make this bigger. Alright, so he exceeds on top of it. Then he goes ahead and summons another monster. And then he just goes ahead, goes to his extra deck over here. You guys will see. He just goes to his extra deck, exceeds another monster right there. So he gets to go for another exceed. And then he does it once again. He just detaches the material. And then he I don't know if he's like revealing, but he's going for the other card. Maybe that's the Searcher one. And then he's just going to go ahead and just exceed on top of it. So that made it look really good. But reading them now, I don't think this is a deck that I'm really interested in, like, investing into. If any of you guys have the effects of the other one, I would love to know them down below. But, like, this is what we got right now as far as the pictures. Like, we've shown off. This is the Ram over here. I don't know if this is the dragon, but I know this is going to be the snake. We got the rabbit, and I believe this is the rat. And then we have the tiger. This one looks like a dragon. This one's the monkey. I don't know what this one is. Oh, actually, we have. Oh, that's the bull. Or cow, I think is what some of the Zodiacs call it. But overall, like, the archetype seems very mediocre. Like, 12? I mean, like you said, it could totally depend on those spell and trap cards. Like, okay, to be fair, like, if one of the spell cards is, like, target all of your Zodiac monsters in the graveyard and add it to a material, the Exceed Monsters material, maybe it's good. Because, like, getting 12 in it already requires 5 monsters. Like, what are you going to do, Pendulum Summon for this? I don't know, maybe they're going to get Pendulums and then everything's okay. Like, the Pendulum card just searches out 2 more cards and, like, the deck broken, like, you know. But, like, it's 12 and you don't even win the duel. I really expected its effect to be, like, if you have 12 or more, then you win the duel. Like, I halfway through reading it, I already was like, okay, that's the effect. But it's not. You only get to send all cards. I mean, yeah, you can argue that you pretty much win, but then why change this card to defense position? Just like, it's like, oh, and by the way, you can't attack. I think that that's what they tried to do. But if you have 5 materials, like, I thought you were going to be able to OTK, but the stats on these are just, again, they're really bad. But you guys let me know how you feel about this. You guys even really want to play this deck anymore? As of right now, I can't say it's a deck that I'm hyped for, other than I want a few of these cards because the artwork is really cool. It's going to be collectors for sure. I don't think that anyone's going to deny that these are going to be hot collectors cards, especially that bunny one. Pretty good. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you guys give a like button, a titty slap, and I'm signing out.